Alright, normies, we're going to cover you. The breadth of the middle class, upper to lower. I don't want to hear any of this, I'm actually in the working class. Why are you watching this channel? Go watch Four-Wheel Drive Splashing Mud. What we're doing here is laying out all the peculiarities of definitely the worst class of society. Let's start. This one will ring true to anyone who drives through Gosford and thinks, I'm pretty sure I grew up here. Your dad is a migrating bird. His version of flying down south for winter is, that's it, it's time to get a variety bucket. And this has nothing to do with the fact that it's Tuesday. He will return, victorious from the HUD, to see your mum migrating along with Poe to whatever channel she's currently on. That woman is a god to middle class women with long hair because, she's very nice and she knows a lot about dumplings. As soon as she cut that hair short, it was like Cersei from Game of Thrones getting shamed. She had such nice hair and now she looks like a grandma. She is dead to them. The middle class really loves get-togethers. Not a huge fan of parties. After about the age of 23, it's all about get-togethers. All the difference is replacing goon with Great Northern and these very specific food items. Jats, blocks of cheese, primo cabanossi. Meat pies and mini sausage rolls if it should constitute as a party where inevitably a bunch of men who barely know each other will gather round that plate and discuss how unfortunate the writers' decisions were in the last Game of Thrones while offering zero alternatives. Special mention, there always has to be at least one man there with curly hair, very pale. You can see a little bit too much of his skull, and he is saying nothing in that conversation. And you know what's most scary about that? I am sure he knows the most about Game of Thrones in that circle, but for some reason, still feels like he doesn't have the authority to pitch in. Every middle-class male's Tinder profile says, laid-back guy, loves travelling, works in sales. Well, you were the one that got away, weren't you? Every woman in the middle class, this is me at an infinity pool. Yeah, but it's not yours. You know why the 30-year-old boomer meme exists? Because of the middle class. Working class 30-year-olds aren't playing Quake. They're in their spare time either shooting pigs or shooting heroin. The middle class are the ones saying, yeah, PS4's pretty sick, but what about PS2? Not as sick. Why in the middle class is the Swiss Army knife a cricket bat? It's the all-purpose tool. It only turns into what it is, which is a cricket bat on Christmas Day to play backyard cricket. It's a Christmas miracle. Every other day of the year, it's a home security system, a hammer, some shit air guitar gag that you share in a group chat wearing a sparkly purple wig where the response will be, classic. Oi, can you bring over some Great Northerns? These are the customs and culture of middle-class Australia. You ready? It's as complicated as Japanese society. When your mum makes something for dinner, it is expected that you say after, that was really good, mum. You want bonus points? You want sensei-level respect? You put your plate in the dishwasher. Then, and this is where it starts to get tricky, when you're over at your friend's house and their mum makes you spaghetti bolognese, you have to say, this is better than my mum's spaghetti bolognese, Mrs. D. She can die a happy woman at that point. That is her dharma, her purpose of being. Just like a bird is here to eat a certain worm, trees are here to bear fruit, Janine's dharma is to say, yes, take that, Michelle, you stupid bitch. Thumbs up if you can see it in your mum's friend's eyes. Also, think about the redundant struggle that consumes middle-class life. Their version of a baboon being proud that their ass is a little more red than another baboon's ass is they have a little more Nick Scali furniture than their neighbour. Nick Scali's slogan should be, if you have no taste and are insecure about having no taste, Nick Scali is here for you. You know what else is very apparent about middle-class Australia? Very anti-conspiracy theories. They're very smug about 9/11, crisis actor shootings, man not landing on the moon, but believe without reserve that the Liberal Party are superior economic managers. And worse reasoning for it than stoners for believing their conspiracy theories, because stoners will say, what, you believe the official story? Middle class Australia will say, so what, that Liberal Party ad was lying? Why was it allowed on TV then? KFC calls wicked wings wicked because they're wicked! You know why they don't believe in any conspiracy theories? Because they don't question anything. That's why they're in the middle class. I'm supposed to get a job now, supposed to get married, now I'm dead. Pretty good innings. Can I be buried with my cricket bat and sparkly wig? Also, so many people in the middle class seem to form an identity out of the fact that they have superior taste in music. If it's a boomer, it's always Sure Midnight Play in 84. If they're Gen Z, have you heard about this pretty underground band, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard? If they're Gen Y, they'll have the self-awareness to say Oasis, but their heart lies with Linkin Park. If it's Gen X, this is always the drawing two aces in a poker game. You ready? Fleetwood Mac. You know what the predator of the middle class is? Affordable SUVs that are advertised with mildly cool songs. I swear the reason everyone has a Suzuki Swift is because one of the women in the ads was wearing a cocktail dress. If you have a Suzuki Swift, that is a bold statement to the universe. You're saying, yes, I do go to high-tier Italian fusion restaurants for my birthday, despite the fact they're worse than regular Italian restaurants. You got sardines? Are they good? No, not really? Okay, we'll get 2 of those and, beef carpaccios. I don't like them at the best of times. Yep, we'll get some of those. Probably wondering, as always, damn, that is an oddly specific list that doesn't hit that well. That's fine. Like the video anyway for effort, but I've got one question for you. This determines whether or not you're in the middle class. You ready? Do you still have Foxtel? If you answer yes, I don't care how much money you have, you're in the middle class. It's a mindset. 2 for 2? How much on a scale of 1 to 10 do you want to go to Japan? If it's 1 to 4, you're a bogan. If it's 5 to 6, you're extremely wealthy and thought, well, I went to Iceland last year, sort of a step down, isn't it? 6 to 8, you're in the middle class because you just got a 70 grand a year job, and before that you could only afford to go to Thailand. 9 to 10, you're a weed. You're out of the caste system. You've broken the matrix. You think Tokyo's going to be like Ghost in the Shell, and let's be honest, it is, except it's slightly better as there's monkeys in kimonos serving beers, but unfortunately the middle class will not be impressed by that experience as, hey, he's not serving Great Northern. Anyway, like the video, and we'll see you in the next installment of either me making fun of BuzzFeed or using their exact system to get clicks.
Please share and comment below. Comment.